How are you? This week's episode number 6. Can you believe it's been 6 weeks already? I can't. All right. So you want to see this? This is my trademark. This is what we got going on this week. So let's get started. All right. This week's episode is going to be about authors and writers. Why you need a website. Okay. Got 5 reasons for you. We'll kind of drill down on those reasons a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. All right, so reason number 1, to establish your brand. You want to brand yourself as an author and a writer, and a website will help you do that. To highlight your work, you can put anything that you do as far as writing, you could stick on your website, as your portfolio or to procure freelance jobs, that kind of thing. So highlight your work. Just going to run through these real quick, and then we'll talk about them. For convenience, it's inexpensive, and it establishes credibility and makes you look professional. I mean, if you can do something fairly cheap that does that for you, why not do it? All right, let's explore these a little bit. So to establish your brand, once you create a website, you're able to link all of your social media to your website and use that kind of as a central hub for your writing platform. It lets your readers find you and connect with you online. If you write a blog and things like that, they can really connect directly with you and join the conversation via the commenting system on your blog. And as well as on your social media channels that you have set up for your readers. So it really allows you to create, it is the basis of your platform. And if you're an independent author, you have to have a platform, because you're not going through a publisher that has a platform that's established for you. You have to be the writer, the marketer, and you have to control the business side of things as well. So it's not like, publishing through HarperCollins or Simon & Schuster and they handle your marketing. You're responsible for that. So you need to have that platform where you can sell your things from and share yourself with your readers to build your fan base. You have to build your own fan base. So it also will help you, if you're a freelance writer, to land jobs. I know, like, if you're like me, at the point where I am right now, I still have to work. So I do use my website a lot to send potential employers to for job applications and whatnot. So it does help me land jobs. And since I have more than one website, I have actually, let's see, how many do I have right now? I have 3, I believe 3, but one of them is kind of defunct and I'm done messing with it. But I have 2 main websites. One of them is ProWebWriter.com. The other one is StackingBenjis.com, and that's my make money online internet marketing blog, basically. But because that's a subject that I really enjoy writing about and know quite a bit about it, so it's easy for me to write about. And I land a lot of freelance article writing jobs by putting that blog out there as an example. So it will help you land jobs if you're having to work your way to full-time author. All right. Second point, to highlight your work. You can list your books. You can link to articles that you've written on other sites around the internet. For a while, I wrote for Demand Studios. At the time, it's now Demand Media. And they own a lot of websites like livestrong.com, ehow.com, answerbag.com. And I wrote more than 200 articles for them. And I was able to go out and find those articles and link to them from my website. So it shows that I don't just write on my website. I write for lots of websites. And I also had some freelance work that for other people and sites that I've done over the years. So I was able to link to all those things from my website. let's see, highlight your best stuff with quotes. What I mean by that is you can actually post excerpts of your books on your website. If you have new books coming out and you want to put out a chapter for a pre-sale or, you know, something like that, you always, when it's your website, you have the option to do anything that you want with it. So you can highlight your best stuff with excerpts from your books. The possibilities are really endless with what you can put out for your readers on your own website. You can write content that answers a question or solves a problem for your readers, thereby putting out that content that helps people, and then also pull in organic traffic to your website. So when someone types something into a search engine, let's say, and they're looking for, you know, information on whatever it is that you write about, whether you write about publishing books like me, or you write about writing novels, or you just write about your, you know, day-to-day as an author, as a writer, the keywords that you use in your content is going to bring people in from the search engines. So it's always nice that once you do have a website that you get some traffic, and I plan to talk about that a little bit later. It's convenient. It allows you to be able to share your virtual resume or portfolio with just one link. Like I said, I use it to apply for jobs myself, and all I have to do is put that one little link out there and say, hey, this is my website, you can see my stuff there. And I have my writing portfolio set aside as a y'all, the cat, I'm telling you, is on today. I have my writing portfolio set aside on my website, which is built on WordPress, and I'll talk about that a little bit later as well. It's set aside as a category under writing portfolio. So no, get down. So I can just link out and link to that specific category. I can link all of my web properties in a common place. So like I said before, I have other websites. I can use my main website as a hub and link to them all in the same place, as well as all of my social media. So moving on, it's inexpensive. I talked a little bit about this in my last video. Remember, I couldn't do math. What I came down to is that it cost me under $110 per year to maintain my website currently. And I'm talking about ProWebWriter.com. You're looking at a site that has forums. It's a membership site, aside from having all of my stuff on there. So think about that. Less than $110 per year. It's mine. Nobody can tell me what to put on it, what to take down. Actually, I can tell you how you can get your website for even less than $110, and less than what I get mine for per year, and I can help you do that if you'll let me. All right, so the last point that I wanted to cover is that you can use your website to establish your credibility. I've kind of done the reverse here. I'm using YouTube to attempt to establish my credibility because my website's been around for 5 years and there's really not much going on there. But anyway, you can use it to, so I know it makes me sound like I really know what I'm talking about. You can use it to establish credibility. Don't use free sites because it makes you look amateur. Definitely use self-hosted site, and preferably WordPress because it's so easy. I have training on that. If you want to learn how to use it, it's not hard. I taught myself in a few days. And your website is the basis of your platform. It's kind of like your base camp for your entire author platform. So, and if you have any following at all on social media, or you do have any size readership for your books at all, it will help you establish credibility. And like I said, WordPress is the way to go. Let me just, I'll put some links for you guys in the description. As well for, I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, moving on. So let's check the book sales. Bear with me 1 second. I'll share my screen and we'll go over and do that, okay? Give me 1 moment. Share the entire screen and go. Now let's hope I don't, let's not, let me just go down here to be safe so we don't mess up the whole thing. Close the window. That's, I can't talk, I can't think. I've just been completely derailed. All right, book sales through the reports. Oh, I did. Did I have this book published last week? I don't know. It's still in the free promo, and I'll put a link to that in the description as well. Let's take a look here. So, as you can see, I've got 9 altogether. I've sold 5. Actually, I sold 6 and some Tard returned 1. Anyway, so I've sold 5. I got 4 borrows out on the first conspiracy book. I did the second one, which was the one we looked at in the video last week. I've got 5 sold, 2 borrows. An older book that came out, I believe, last year, conspiracy book, I've sold 3. I think that was at 1 or 2 last week. The new book, Easy Kindle Formatting Using Google Docs. If you're using anything besides Google Docs for your formatting, you're doing it wrong. You're making it too difficult. And I talked a lot about that in last week's video. I ended up writing a short book about it. It's on the free promo right now. Link in the description. You can grab that free today, March the 25th, Wednesday through midnight tonight. 178 downloads on that so far. Still just 1 borrow on my mystery thriller cookbook. I'm up to 16. I think that was at 14 last week, so it's not doing that great. And then my first book that I published, the WordPress website for writers, someone actually bought that. It needs to be updated terribly. So perhaps I will explore that. Was something that I wanted to know myself, was if you upload a new file over an old book, will it send people an update? Because I've gotten updates on books that I've downloaded on my Kindle, where I could get an update of that book like free, or what, just like click a thing. So I wonder if that would do that for people that have read that in the past. I'm gonna look that up and try, and I will answer that next week. I'm writing this down real quick. Will Kindle send update to previous books? I'm sorry, I know y'all just are so enthralled right now. All right, let's keep going. So that's the report on the sales this week. Not too bad, but it could be better. So I'm going to come back to you now. I don't think I needed to share my screen for anything else. So I'll stop sharing that, and let me find my window. There we are. So, yeah, it could be better, but hey, you know, I'm a one-woman show here. I'm trying to work in the process of all of this. So, yeah, I wanted to reiterate that ProWebWriter memberships are in the early adopter phase, and you can get in ground floor on that free right now for until further notice. So if you want to be a member and you want to help me build a great community from the floor up, come on over. Let's get it done. All right. Next week, people, next week, we're going to do how you find out what's selling well in the Kindle store. I got some good stuff for you there. So I hope that you will like, share, subscribe, and check out all my videos, because I work hard on this, and It's week 6, and I'm still excited. But yeah, check out my next video because I'm kind of gonna have like a heart-to-heart after I wrap this up. So yeah, why you need a website? Head over to ProWebWriter because I can hook you up, and I'm actually gonna do a write-up on why you need a website. And I've done it in the past, but if it's good enough, I'll check it. If it's good enough, I'll just link to that one instead of rewriting one. And we'll talk. You need a website. I know y'all totally just sign into my videos and sit here and watch me write. Actually, that's what the next video is going to be about how nobody is watching my videos. So talk about that a little bit, and hopefully find some discouraged writers out there that are looking to network and build something great together. All right, so I'll catch y'all next week. Be there, be square, and I hope you have a great week, and see you next time.